Google search restored in Iran after 48-day internet shutdown. What it means for society, politics, and the global digital order. After 48 days of near-total digital isolation, Iranian media reported that access to Google search has been restored across much of Iran. While this development marks a partial easing of one of the most severe internet shutdowns in modern history, many online services, including Gmail and other Google products, remain inaccessible for large segments of the population. The restoration comes after weeks of unprecedented connectivity restrictions imposed during the U.S.-Israeli conflict with Iran, a period in which Tehran dramatically tightened control over information flows. According to Iranian reformist outlet Sharg Daily and the semi-official Fars news agency, users on both fixed-line and mobile internet networks can once again access Google search, though disruptions and fluctuations persist. This article explores what led to the shutdown, how it affected Iranian society and the economy, the political logic behind selective internet access, the role of white SIM cards, and the broader implications for digital freedom, human rights, and global internet governance. Background: the 48-day internet blackout. A shutdown without precedent. Internet monitoring organizations described Iran's 48-day disruption as unprecedented in both scale and severity for a country with a large, digitally connected population. According to NetBlocks, the blackout was not a simple throttling of speed, but a systematic dismantling of access to global services. Unlike previous disruptions, often localized, temporary, or limited to social media platforms, this shutdown impacted search engines, email services, international news websites, messaging and communication tools, cloud-based work platforms. For millions of Iranians, the internet effectively ceased to exist. The trigger: war and information control. The shutdown coincided with the escalation of hostilities between Iran, the United States, and Israel. As regional tensions intensified, Iranian authorities moved quickly to restrict digital access, citing national security concerns. From the government's perspective, the internet represented a dual threat: information leakage to foreign adversaries, domestic unrest, amplified by online coordination and international media coverage. By limiting access, Tehran sought to maintain narrative control during a volatile geopolitical moment. Partial restoration. What has changed? Google search is back, but only partially. Iranian media reported that Google search became accessible again on both mobile and fixed-line internet connections. However, this restoration is incomplete. Currently, Google search works intermittently. Gmail remains blocked. Google Drive, Docs, and other services are still inaccessible. Many foreign websites remain unreachable. Users also report unstable connections, frequent timeouts, and regional disparities in access. Why Google search first? The decision to restore Google search, but not other services, appears deliberate. Search engines serve multiple functions that may align with state interests. They allow controlled access to information without enabling private communication. They support businesses, education, and basic research. They reduce public frustration without restoring full digital freedom. Email services like Gmail, on the other hand, enable encrypted private communication, something authorities may still view as a risk. White SIM cards, a digital class system. What are white SIM cards? During the shutdown, Sharg Daily reported that only users with so-called white SIM cards retained relatively stable internet access. White SIM cards are specialized mobile connections issued to government officials, state-affiliated journalists, regime loyalists, selected institutions. These SIMs bypass many of the restrictions imposed on ordinary users. Inequality in connectivity. The existence of white SIM cards effectively created a two-tier internet system. Privileged users with near-normal access, ordinary citizens facing digital blackout. This system allowed the state to continue administrative operations and media messaging while isolating the general population. Critics argue that such selective access undermines principles of equality, transparency, and digital rights. Economic impact: $1.8 billion in losses. Measuring the damage. NetBlocks estimated that the internet shutdown caused approximately $1.8 billion in economic losses using its cost methodology. This figure reflects lost productivity, e-commerce shutdowns, disrupted supply chains, freelancers unable to work, startups forced to pause operations. For a country already struggling under sanctions and inflation, the shutdown delivered a heavy blow. Small businesses and freelancers hit hardest.